来，我们看这里是那个佛罗里达 Everglades 那个 Park 哈 ，National Park 大沼泽国家公园啊，那个乘那个空气船的地方啊。看这里是一个乘空气船的点啊，游客在这儿乘这个 Airboat 啊，在这里。看看这个。这个是游客接待和休息点啊。看，还有10几个空气船那里哈，还有那个 group， 然后你，他带你到那个大沼泽公园哈，可以去看鳄鱼啊这些啊，还看各种那个鸟啊这些，蛮好的。
Now, ladies and gentlemen, here in South Florida, we've got literally hundreds of miles of canals, like this one right here, which were dredged out by the Army Corps of Engineers in the early 20th century. And the islands you see along the side of the canal, they're spoil islands. It's pretty much a byproduct from the dredging process they used to create the canals. But if you're wondering why they did all this in the first place, it's not really the greatest spot in our history. Sadly, this was all part of an attempt to drain the Everglades out. Yeah. But the keyword there is attempt. As you all can see, they failed, thankfully. Giant swamp. It's not. Nope. It's one giant river. Swamp water is stagnant. This water is flowing real slowly. On average, it only travels about a half a mile per day. And that does make it the slowest moving river in North America. Also, I did say a giant river, not a long one. It's only about 100 miles north to south. At its widest point, it's about 60 miles east to west. So it's also the widest river on Earth. And pretty shallow too. Yeah, some of you may have already noticed. You can see to the bottom right here, folks. Just look down. This is the natural state of the Everglades, guys. It's going to be like this in most of the areas we're going through today. The canals being the only real exception. It's about 25 feet deep in the canal back there behind us, but those are man-made. They don't really count. Now, it was a little colder the past few days, folks. I haven't seen quite as many fish. They haven't been as active in the cold, but it's warming up a bit now. Yeah, you never know what you might see if you keep your eyes down there, folks. There's about 100 different species of fish in this part of the Everglades alone. Oscars, bluegill, tarpon, tilapia, largemouth and peacock bass, Florida spotted gar. And just to name a handful of ones that we tend to see more often. Keep an eye out for those.
有很多鱼在这里面，有100种不同的鱼，在这里面。
Left side. Now, as you saw with the little heron, wildlife doesn't always sit still for us, guys, but when I get the chance to, I like to spin the boat around to show everyone whatever we might come across here. And he's not really sitting still either, is he? Okay. Well, he's still up there, though. Now, I grew up here, folks. As a kid, I always wondered, why is their team's mascot a bird for the Hurricanes and not like a cloud or something? Well, I mean, that would be kind of lame, but that's besides the point, folks. There's a reason for it. There's a lot of people here call them hurricane birds. And the reason for that is when the hurricane's coming right before the storm, these are the first birds to take shelter. And when the storm is over, they're the first ones to back out. They can sense the smallest changes in barometric pressure. They know well ahead of time when those storms are coming, folks. Now, wide open area like this where it's real shallow, normally called the flats, we call this particular area the shiner hole just because it's a good place to find shiners, little fish that people use for bait. All all seriousness, folks, with wildlife, of course, there are no guarantees what we're going to see for sure. But gators, they are territorial, and there's one up ahead there to our left side, actually, as I speak. That was going to be a very long-winded way for me to say we're currently searching for gators around here, folks. There's a lot of them that live around here in the Shiner Hole, like this guy right here. And, yeah, this is one of the larger ones that you'll find. Don't get the wrong impression there, though, folks. They're not our friends, especially Louie. No. But, yeah, they're not scared of these boats either, for better or worse, I suppose. Okay, let's see here. Where'd you go, Louie? What, did he just crawl along the bottom away from us? I see some mud got turned up down there. See, if you were with my friend, he would have came up. See what I mean? No, but seriously, folks, if he wants to, we can stay down like about 6 hours straight without coming up for air. But these alligators are really lazy. I mean lazy animals. They build up lactic acid in the muscles extremely fast. Look at him. There he goes again. Side, folks. It's a shame too, because he's cool. He's the biggest gator out here, but he's just got to be so stubborn. All right, it's like he knows too. You know what I'm saying? It's like, not today. There he goes again behind us to the left, guys. Yeah, he just went underneath us, guys. No joke. He swam right under this boat. That shows how much they're not scared of us. Alright, Louie, maybe word for it as usual, but you know, nothing we're doing on these airboat tours, but again, he is the dominant male around here, folks, and he's been here for a long time, years. So yeah, he is definitely a male. Breaks them open and eats the seeds out of them. That's good for fiber, but actually their favorite food and the best source of protein for them is kind of indirectly from the spatter dock. If you see any of these plants that have holes at the top where the pad meets the stem, there's a good chance there's a worm inside of it. It's called the bonnet worm, even though it's really a caterpillar, but yeah, these birds love them. That is their favorite food. There it is again to the left, folks, but we're going to go now. Oh, she's in a different spot today. Right side, guys. We got a gator basking on the island over there underneath those trees. Yeah, this gator usually sits. There's some mud behind the sawgrass. You can see over there to our left. That's her usual spot, but well, I guess this is where she wants to sit today, folks. Now, this one we think is a female. We're not 100% because there is another gator that's not as big as Louie, but he's about 6.5 feet. He has been hanging out and being effective.
按上去了。
I think it's got a little wobbly there, so I wasn't too happy with that first pass on the left side, so I am going to do that again for you folks. Here we go. Oh, she's stirring a little bit. Just getting cozy, I guess. Yeah, easy there, girl. I'm going as gently as I can. Guys, it's not really grass. Don't know why they named it that. Sawgrass is actually a type of sedge. But, yeah, they got the saw part right. It's probably more important anyway. It's got 3 serrated edges. You brush up against that stuff the wrong way, it will cut you like a saw blade. No joke. But no worries either, guys. I don't go near sawgrass if I don't have to. We'll stay away from that stuff. One in the tree to the right-hand side, folks. Now let's go next to that one over there near the cattails. That one's easier to see. Now these birds are actually kind of oddballs, guys. They're water birds. They got webbed feet. But see what they're both doing right now? They're drying themselves off. They don't have those oil glands to coat their feathers, so the water doesn't just bead right off. Okay, folks, we are going straight into this canal here. It's the same one where we just found that in Hinga a little while ago. We're just a lot further down, of course. I'll never accuse anyone on the boat of doing that, but if you leave it behind, it might blow out of the boat the next time I go out. Anything ends up in the water is likely going to end up in the belly of one of those alligators, and 6 months later, that's a dead gator. So you're doing me and the alligators a big favor by doing that, folks. We really do appreciate it for it. And yeah, I'm speaking for the gators, but I'm sure they would thank you if they could. Right before they rip your arm off, that is. Yeah, I'm just kidding. They're not going to rip your arm off, folks. Don't worry. Nah, they would twist it off. He's directly in front of us for your point of reference, guys, up in those trees, about 2/3 of the way towards the top of the trees there. You'll see him on the right side in a moment, folks. He's bright orange, sticking out there like a sore thumb. It's actually a green iguana, though, guys. The males turn orange like that to attract the attention of the females, so that is definitely a male. And they also do turn darker colors, brown, gray, and black when they get cold. Helps them absorb. So, yeah, stay away from the water's edge, folks. If there's even a chance there's gators around, it ain't worth the risk. And don't swim with them either. That should go without saying, though, right? You would think so. I've seen people do it, and they're nuts. You'd never find me in this water. You'd have to be crazy. I know I told you they're lazy, folks. Lazy don't mean slow. You saw the big rudder-like tails those alligators have. In the water in short bursts, they can get up to about 25 miles per hour. You're not going to outswim them, so, I mean, I wouldn't try, but hey, to each their own, I guess. Yeah, that orange one's big. That's a big iguana there, folks. Godzilla. Oof. Alright, but welcome back to the park, everybody. I'm going to get you back on dry land before you know it. Once again, I'm Captain Mike. I do want to thank you all for coming on me today here on Ombre. And of course, everyone, safety first. Please remain seated as we get the boat securely tied to the dock for you.
All relax you. All calm down. Ken, let's go.
Ooh.
Alright, now usually when I pick up an alligator that's like as big as I am, people like clap. Cheers, anybody out there, guys? It's a live show like a live audience. Now this alligator is over 8 feet long, is over 100 pounds. You guys want a picture? Do me a favor. Hurry up! Seriously, like 3, 2, 1, cheese.